Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. What I want to talk about is a topic that's long overdue. The man who exposed the dark music industry and Hollywood before everyone on social media. I present to you Yash Kar. Yash Kar, one of the OGs, pioneers, that pretty much was in these YouTube streets from when I started. I believe he came around 2007, but I'm sure he probably had other accounts probably in 2006. This brother is responsible for exposing the music industry, Hollywood. He created the talking point, Hollywood. The talking point that so many content creators use. Yeah, that's his talking point. That's right. He's the one who exposed all the rappers, the rituals. If you hear anything on social media right now, on YouTube, that talks about blood sacrifices, the rituals, sacrifice, this, that, it came from him. See, I believe in giving credit where credit is due, and it's long overdue. Very, very long overdue. And I'm going to use my platform to make sure that this brother gets his flowers and his recognition. He may not even want it. But at the end of the day, the scriptures basically says, let another man give you praise. And see, a lot of us, we forget the people who laid foundations, who put out work, labored, taught people how to tie their shoelace. And this brother is one of them. When I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, listen to me very carefully when I tell you this, because a lot of these content creators don't know shit compared to what this brother know. And the work he been putting out for years and years and years. Do you understand me? This is coming from Ringo TV. I would never give any of these fucking content creators any sort of credit for that level of work. If you see me making a video like this, you best believe it's the truth. Because he was there when I started. He was one of those guys that had his own lane, didn't copy off nobody, wasn't trying to mimic nobody. Like I said, this guy was the one who exposed the industry. Everything that you know today, he been talked about it. Diddy, Jay-Z, Tupac, Snoop Dogg. He exposed it all years ago, before it was even popular. Getting hundreds of thousands of views. Getting views is nothing to him. He been had that. And he was doing that before you could even be monetized. And he was doing it for free. All these guys you see today talking about the industry, blood sacrifices, come on, stop. If y'all not saying Yash Kar name, y'all just lame, bruh. Because at the end of the day, y'all did not start this. Now, he admits in his video, a lot of people may be able to do videos better. They may be able to do more research and break things down, and that might be true. But at the end of the day, you still got to acknowledge him for his work. And the type of man that I am, I always acknowledge people. And I always understand that there's a time and a season for everything. And I believe now is the time. Now is the time for you folks that are in the clouds, viewers that may have heard a lot of talk about the industry, the blood sacrifices, the rituals, what rappers got to do to be successful, the director's couch, all of that stuff came from him. He's the one that started all of that. Anybody you see on YouTube right now that is talking about the director's couch, the blood sacrifices, the door, any of these things, it came from Yash Kar. That's where it came from. When I was exposing those false prophets and them teachers, them pulpit preaching pastors, that started around early 2006. You could say going into 2007, 2008, because in 2006, I was still transitioning from the Christian church. I was still under the bondage of Christianity. So it was like I was like 1 foot in Christianity, 1 foot in the truth. So it's like I was like confused. It's like I don't want to crap on Christianity because I came from the church, but then I'm seeing brothers in the truth speaking some real ish, and I'm like, damn, it's making me question everything I thought I knew. So it's like I was conflicted with two different types of beliefs. And then the more I was awakened to the truth, according to the Most High, I began to get very angry with the church and began to expose all of the lies, the deception. My eyes opened up. I began to see. And there was a lot of brothers that was speaking. You had a lot of guys that used to try to warn me about these churches. Oh, these Christian pastors, man, stay away from that mess. And I used to be like, man, forget you. Some of them I would curse out. Matter of fact, I used to defend false prophets. I used to defend false pastors because I thought they were true. But it took the Most High to wake me up. And one of the reasons, to be honest with you, that I really didn't pursue the music industry is because of Yash Kar. That's a fact. One of the reasons why I didn't even waste my time with the music industry is because of his videos, because he was breaking down information that was like crazy. I mean, he would go into all sorts of details. And the crazy thing is, when he broke these videos down, I can recall times, man, when I was in rap groups and, you know, we had certain deals presented to us. I would see some of the very same things he would talk about. I'm like, damn. So that's why that person was doing that. That's why that person was trying to befriend me. They probably was trying to line me up to sacrifice me. And it all makes sense. And I said, you know what? I don't need the music industry. I'm going to do my own thing. Be my own boss. Make my own moves. And in due time, things will come to pass the way they need to be. But he's responsible for a lot of these content creators today that even have a voice on YouTube. A lot of them. A lot of these content creators that y'all follow and love, they get their material from him. All of their material. Everything. Some of his clips are still floating around YouTube right now. Got millions of views. A lot of y'all be watching this Gene Deal talking about Diddy. Gene don't got nothing on Yash Kar. Nothing. He might be a witness to the things that Diddy was doing, but a lot of these cats, man, they didn't break it down the way this brother did, man. He broke down the industry to make you understand the dark side, and he was punished by the elites that was attacking his channels, being flagged off YouTube, all sorts of pressure was coming his way for speaking the truth. I'm talking about record labels coming after him, industry people coming after him. They were the ones that was probably contacting YouTube, trying their best to shut him down. And these were the early days of YouTube. It was a real forest fire on YouTube. I mean, even though YouTube had their rules and stuff like that, they always had rules, but in the beginning days of YouTube, man, was some of the best content ever. You had nothing but original content creators. There was no copying. Nobody was copying nobody, y'all. The beginning days of YouTube was like the early 90s, the late 80s, early 90s of hip hop. When everybody had their style, did they rap? There was no stealing, no copycat, regurgitating talking points. Nobody did that stuff. Everybody had their own style. And it was obvious. And the more he spoke truth, the more he was attacked and punished, to the point where he had to make moves and do things differently. And like myself, I started at the year 2006. There's a lot of people who still don't even know I'm on YouTube. Believe it or not, even though I'm here and y'all been seeing me do my thing, there's a lot of people that if I go log into my old channels, they'll come in the comment section and be like, bro, where have you been, yo? It's been years. Where are you? I've always been here. The algorithm been hiding me, just like they've been hiding this brother. You see, in life, we put in work, we're passionate about what we believe, and sometimes we don't even know why we speak truth. We don't even know why. We just feel compelled to do it. We don't know what's driving us. I mean, we know the Most High, but at the end of the day, some of us just can't help but to speak the truth. We know we're going to get in trouble, but we got to do it anyway. We got to take that risk. And that's something that he did. And I want to recognize him. I feel that's my duty. I feel that I'm under obligation to do that. You know what's so interesting about this is I didn't even have this plan. I just logged into one of my old accounts. Literally logged into one of my old accounts to get some information regarding AdSense. And I was kind of confused of which one of my accounts is my main account. I'm trying to figure out which one it is, because I got many YouTube channels, some y'all don't even know of. And I logged into one, and I noticed I only had key YouTubers that I was subscribed to way back when. It's a small list of creators that these are the OGs, these are the pioneers that were there when I started. And he was one of the names that was at the top of the list. And when I clicked, I was like, oh, snap. I mention him many times in my videos, if you've been following the content. But I found the channel, and I noticed that he uploaded some videos that are recent. And I said, you know what? It would be a great opportunity to do a reaction to his video to kind of introduce the YouTube community to one of the pioneers in these YouTube streets that is not forgotten. So without further ado, we're going to look at this particular video. We're going to break this thing down. Again, this brother here is intelligent, smart, full of wisdom, and he's still doing his thing after so many years. He went on his journey in truth, despite the odds, despite the struggles of life that we all face. And he's still pursuing his goal. That motivates me. That really do motivate me. Because there's a lot of people from back then, they either fell off, stopped doing the work, and you could tell who's real. And like I said, this guy had many battles on YouTube. Many battles. Just like I had many battles. Lost so many channels. During those days, man, speaking the truth was life or death. And we did it with no monetization. We weren't getting paid. Nothing. Nobody. There was no Cash App. There was nothing. We had no support at all. Everything came out of our pocket. Everything. Just to provide truth, real content that the world have never seen before. And I need for you viewers to understand that when you see anybody making videos talking about blood sacrifices, that is not new. They're not saying nothing that is new. No matter what they say, it's not new. Because that man talked about it before everybody. Everybody. This is my word when I tell you. Nobody could take credit for the rituals, the blood sacrifice content, the industry content, Hollyweird. That's his original talking point. You see, listen, if you hear anybody saying Hollyweird, that's his talking point. Nobody was saying Hollyweird until he said it. Nobody said that. So I'm here to make sure that you know. Now again, he may not even care about this, but I do. I do, because in these YouTube streets, man, it's a weird thing, man, when you put in work and it's like people don't acknowledge you. I can't stand that. That really irks me, man. I mean, we do what we do for the people, but for crying out loud, man, damn, recognize a brother, man. Like for real, man. Because when people pass and they gone, they want to be remembered for their work. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like all the work that I've done. If Most High say, hey, your time is up. You ran your course. Mission accomplished. Time to come on. You know, hey, it is what it is. I want people to recognize me for the work that I've done. I want when they play back the videos, you know what I'm saying? They're like, damn, man, this brother was really doing his thing, man. He's going to be missed. You know, I want to know that them videos are still working. Lives are still being changed. People are still being affected. And that they're speaking of my name throughout the years to come. It's very important. So let's get into this video clip. Salute to everybody coming in the chat, joining in the show. So let's get into this thing. Let him talk. We break this thing down. Some of y'all probably never seen this guy. Some of y'all probably don't know. Some of y'all do know. Some of y'all true YouTube viewers that been here over the years, you know who this brother is. You know. Let's get into the tape.
What's up, fam? Yash Kar here. I'm making this video just to talk to you guys on some real things that's happening in the world. And on top of that, I want to talk to those who've been trying to find me. I can't believe y'all been on YouTube for over 10 years, maybe 12, 13 years, and still haven't been able to find me. So, as you guys know, I used to be a big advocate on YouTube. I was on YouTube for years. I started off in 2006, 2007. I used to do a lot of things on YouTube. I was probably one of the first people that told y'all about the industry. I was just doing a numbers of things, and I felt that was necessary, and I still feel it's necessary. But there's so many people that took the ball and run. I don't think it's necessary for me to keep on that bandwagon of, what the industry is doing, what people are doing. There's some people that's doing it better than me, but that's how I started off. I was with religious groups and all that. I had to go on my own and learn that some of them brothers was not who they say they were. A lot of these brothers was plants. You find out stuff, man, as you keep it on and you're trying to stay true to yourself.
And that's true. A lot of them brothers he's speaking of, I know exactly what that looked like. A lot of them were plants, agents, sent by the devil, keep you distracted, keep you focused on all the wrong things. You see what I mean? Now, you heard what he said, that he talked about the industry, all of these different things, but he also mentioned that there's a lot of people that are probably doing a better job production-wise. That might be true. At the same time, you can never erase the original. You see, what made Yash Kar different from everyone else is that his content was documentary style. See, as a content creator myself, I can recognize real. His content was the type that is more like a documentary, whereas it had a radio feel to it. He provided nothing but receipts to back up everything that he said. And it was like a documentary. It had music. It had a sense of epic. I don't like to use the word drama, or it could be dramatic. And there was a lot of suspense. So it made it very interesting for the viewer, because it's like you couldn't wait for him to explain exactly where he's going. It was like a movie. And when he broke it down, it made you see these rappers in a different way. It made you look at being a part of the industry a different way. Because, again, I could have been in the music industry. I would have probably been dead already. Or I'd have probably sold my soul or did something wicked. Because when I was trying to get into the industry and get into different things, all the stuff that he talked about, I seen. Not everything, but a few of the things that he talked about, oh yeah. And I'm glad I didn't make that choice. I saw the people that was trying to use me, steal my energy, to take my talents, to use for evil purposes. They try to hook you up with different people that you don't want to be hooked up with them, but they just figure, well, you need to roll with this person. And the whole time, them people are snakes. So when you see people dying and things happening, I mean, you have some other legendary rapper that his son recently died. That's a blood sacrifice too. Somebody done him in. You see what I mean? These things are real. It's happening all the time. You can't have success in that industry unless you sell your soul to the devil. And most of those people are not even human. I talked about that many times. A lot of these people you think are human are not human. You understand?
So nevertheless, when I started talking about the industry, everybody thought I was bugging. So everybody kind of like, he just making up stuff, this. So I stuck with it because I know it was true. And after so long, I kept getting so many strikes on YouTube. I really got tired of just trying to appeal and go back and forth. It wasn't appealing, man, and it just wasn't pleasing. It was drowning me out, and it was pretty much depressing because you put up good content, and this is back in 2007, man. I was doing YouTube a long time, and I just got tired of them with the rules and strikes, and I kept making accounts and I just got tired of it.
That was a very, very rough time on YouTube, guys, when I tell you. Everything you hear him saying, I went through. And it really drains you, man. When you put in all this work building your platform up, you got all these great videos, you got a audience that love your content, and then you lose your channel. You start up another channel, you lose your channel, you start up another one, then something happened, you can't post no videos. Man, it just really burns you up, man. It really burns you up because you feel the opposition of the devil. And you know it's the devil. You know it's because of the work. Because, again, the videos that he was putting out there was exposing the industry so much so that it saved a lot of up-and-coming rappers, a lot of up-and-coming singers, actors that wanted to get into Hollywood. A lot of people that was supposed to go sell their soul because of his videos. A lot of these people didn't go into the industry. They went independent, did independent music, or they did independent films, did their own acting thing. Where do you think skits come from? Doing skits and doing your own acting. That comes because you don't want to go into the industry, but you still got your talent. So it's like, let me do a skit. Let me use my acting skills. Let me make a webisode or web series. This is where you get all these web series of dudes doing their own reality shows, their own shows in the hood. You know what I mean? This is what creativity is born. You know what I mean? This is where you get shows like Respect Life. You know what I'm saying? Dope shows that, you know, pretty much change the way people react to content. And it's very important because you don't want to go into the industry. You don't want to do that. So you end up being creative on your own. And I'm trying to remember the other brother. My bad. My apologies, man. Brother Moses. His particular webisode series, the name is just not on my mind right now. I'm actually tired. I shouldn't even be up right now. But they started the webisode series first, Brother Mo. Do anybody know exactly what the show is called? The webisode. Pretty much Respect Life got their inspiration from his web series. They end up stopping the web series. All of these good web series stop. But it is what it is. The brother from Respect Life, he had passed away. R.I.P. to him. Yeah, Boom P. Yeah, he passed away. I worked right there. I worked on the same block where they filmed. And I used to see those brothers do their thing. I never once interrupted. Hey, yo, man, yo. None of that. I just respect what they did. Watched them on YouTube. I didn't even want to interfere. You know what I'm saying? What is this brother's name, man? It's like I gotta make sure I give him his credit. Let me see. Because I know I got the channel. I know I'm subscribed. Got to make sure I give proper credit. Can't leave them out. Let me see. Okay, got Respect Life right here. Where's the other brother, man? I'm surprised nobody don't even know their name, y'all. I was expecting one of y'all to give me the webisodes of the name of the other brother, Moses. I figured y'all would have known. I think it's Money and Violence. Is that what it is? Money and Violence. Let me look it up. I think it's Money and Violence. It just notice how it just popped in my mind. The whole time I'm watching this webisode. Let me see. I think it's Money and Violence. Your brother Moses. Yeah, Money and Violence. Cloud9 TV. Let me do this real quick. Make sure I do this real quick for these brothers over here. Do this, boom. Let me go to Respect Life. Because I'm one of the rare people that actually salute people. It's like we live in a world today where people don't respect nobody, man. It's like dudes be just hating, jealous, don't want to shout nobody out, hating. I'm not with all of that, man. I'm all about greatness, saluting greatness, and all of that. That's just how I move, man. I don't got time for all that hate. If you're a boss and you about your business and you're doing something really good, I respect that. You know what I mean? But let me do this real fast and make sure y'all check this out, man. When you got time, man, your own free time, man. Salute to brother Moses. You know what I'm saying? The producer of Money and Violence. Brooklyn, stand up. Actually grew up on the same block as brother Moses. You know what I'm saying? They lived in the middle of the block. All them brothers did is wear polo. I used to always say, fam, one of these days, man, I'm going to be rocking low too, man. But shout out to that brother, man. Money and Violence. Excellent, excellent production. Wish they would have continued doing it, though. But, hey, it is what it is. Things happen. You know what I mean? But, hey, on y'all own time, man, check out them old clips, man. Money and Violence. Some of the best webisode material ever. Ain't nobody topping that. You know what I mean? And then we have, you know, Boom P of Respect Life. This is another webisode production. Some of the best material. You know what I'm saying? Some of the best hood videos. I worked right there. I worked in that area, fam. Shout out to everybody out there, man. You know? That's out there in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Stand up. You know what I mean? Respect Life. For real, man. Shout out to everybody at Sumner Houses. Salute. 303 Vernon. All right? 701 Willoughby. I was out there. Some of y'all probably Like, hold up, you that same dude that was cleaning them buildings out there back in the day? Yeah. The dude that was over there cleaning the buildings by 701. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that was me. Them other two buildings in the middle of the block. Yeah, that was me too. Oh, over there on Troop, around the corner, 281. Oh yeah, that was me too, bro. Yeah, the Bed-Stuy Rehab. Salute. So yeah, I watched them brothers from Respect Life do their thing, but I never, try to introduce myself. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber, I'm this, I'm that. I just kind of just let them brothers do their thing. And I was just watching how they work. And I respect that. You know what I mean? When I heard Boom P died, I was like, damn, man. Brother was talented, man. Very talented, bro. Very talented, man. All them brothers, all you brothers, man, from Respect Life, the whole cast, man. Talented. I really wanted to see more, man. And them brothers was going up. They were just going up. I don't know why things happen in life where things just go a different route, but it is what it is, man. You brothers from out there, man, y'all need to take up the mantle, man. Take up the mantle. Yeah, Boom P, salute to him, R.I.P. At the same time, y'all got to look at the work and rebuild from there. You know what I mean? Rebuild from there. I think that's what he would want you to do. Take it from the last episode. All you that was involved in that, rebuild from where it left off. Rebuild the cast. Get that thing popping, man. That was a dope show, man. For real. I watched that show every day, man, when I got off work. And what's so crazy is when I was working, I used to watch the show and I'm like, hold up, man. That store right there, I know that store. And I'm bugging out. I'm not paying attention. I'm kind of just enjoying the show. Come to find out, they filming the show right where I work. I'm like, what? That's when I started seeing different dudes from the cast walking up and down the block like it ain't nothing. I'm like, oh, snap. Yo, I'm right here where these cats is at. So you got to respect life, man. So when I'm talking about these things, man, about your talents and being productive, you could do that on your own. You don't need the industry, man. You don't. Use your talents. You don't need them. All you brothers from the hood, man, y'all got to come together, man. Put them guns down, killing one another and the bullshit, man. Get to this paper, man. Start being productive, focusing on something creative, man. Because like I said, Boom P and his people, man, they put together a good crew and stuff was dope, man. And them brothers wasn't even in like the industry, man. They was just in the streets and did something dope. Just like the Money and Violence crew. Dope production. It could be done, man, no matter where you live. You don't need the industry to be a rapper. You a producer, you produce beats, you a rapper, you spit bars. You don't need a record deal. You don't. They need you so they could sacrifice you. Take your energy and your soul. This brother was instrumental in helping a lot of young brothers stir away from the industry because we didn't know no better. We wanted to get in the fame, the fortune, the ladies, and we just wanted to be popular. But then when we started listening to them videos, start realizing you got to sacrifice now. Like you gotta shed blood. Then now it gets serious. Like, nah, man, I don't want to do that. I just want to get some money and buy my mom's a house. I don't want to sacrifice my life and soul. That's not what I'm trying to sign up for. So let's get back to this tape.
So I created a thing called 7stage.com. Okay. 7stage.com was my first network where I was independent. I could put up all my videos and not worried about being striked, not worried about people having community grievance against me, because I had communities coming against me, like off YouTube, right? It is what it is. So after 7stage.com, it went on for about 10 years. So I had a stronghold on that. It was really good. Films, I was based out of Sweden. They uphold all my videos and upload them, and you can be a member, right? So that went on for a minute. I decided to just give YouTube a break. Then I was on Blog Talk Radio, and I pretty much got hot Blog Talk. Blog Talk just kept cutting our shows off, and then I took a break from radio. Then I came back and did a thing called Spreaker. It's spelled just like that, Spreaker Radio, and I had content, and I'm still doing Speaker right now, over 12 years on Speaker. So if you wonder where you been, I got so much content, it's ridiculous. And a lot of people that's been in the know, a lot of people been staying up with me. They've been pretty much keeping up with me. I took a hiatus from all social media for a while, and because I would not show myself at that time, people were old school that knew me, who followed me from Blog Talk, but I wasn't showing myself because I just was working on myself. I was in a bad place. My health was messed up and everything. So they put up a fake picture. I kid you not, man.
In his old videos, I'm eating some candy. He never showed himself. He never did.
Put up a fake ass picture, and the picture said I was incarcerated. I did cocaine. I beat women. I beat children. Just some man, this shit went on forever. And most people was like, man, if you know that shit ain't true, you should get on and debunk it. I was like, no, I'm gonna let them eat. Let them cook. I let them dudes eat. Because I know when I do come back, it was gonna shut them down. So when I did come back, I had launched Roku Fire Stick. And all those people with those fake videos and fake pics of who I was supposed to be and wasn't, they went ghost. But I knew they was gonna do it anyway, right? Make a long story short, so when I came back even stronger. I got rid of 7 Stage. I didn't feel like they could take me to the next level. And I created a network with Roku, Fire Stick, and Apple TV. As we talk right now, if you go to the search engine of Roku and Fire Stick and put in Karat Films Television, you'll see my network. You'll see my app and everything. So I've been over there for about 3 years, close to 4 now. And it's all about networking. It's all about having your own network, right? And from there, I put up a lot of old videos that was deleted from YouTube, so you guys can go back and see how I started, who I was, and how everything got transpired on social media. But since then, I've grown so much where I'm not just focused on these industry folks. These industry people are focused on us because we are the true folks of Yah. They are what we call imposters. They hook-wink you. They tell you things you want to hear. And when they got you in their well, then they do some crazy shit by putting spells on you or even trying to sacrifice you.
And that's true. A lot of these content creators that have millions of subscribers get all these views. They're all a part of the industry. That's why their YouTube channels are so successful so quickly. You're wondering how someone come right from the industry, start a YouTube channel, and it blows up overnight.
Right? That's why I wasn't never a big fan of Hollywood and trying to get celebrities in my DM because I know how they roll. And right now you see a lot of celebrities trying to get with content creators because they're not relevant anymore. I mean, Hollywood is done, man. Revelation 18:22, they done, So it's not a fact of trying to come to YouTube and is he coming back? Is he getting ready to do it? I never left. That's why I be telling people I never left. I've been on social media. My Lord, I started on social media when it was Napster, MySpace. You understand? I was on YouTube when it first came out, 2006, man.
How many of y'all remember LimeWire? If you remember that, then you're definitely an OG. For real, for real.
I've been on YouTube for a grip, but I never closed my account. My account been open forever. I just don't close it. I own it. You know what I mean? So I figure every now and then I can come back and talk to you guys like this with an open mind. And it's time out for the shenanigans and all the bullshit with all the, everybody trying to make these perfect videos and everybody trying to look all like they're about that life. And really, you lying your ass off. Half these people talking about they making it. They lying, man.
They lying. A lot of people living fake lives, fake jewelry, flexing, all fake. Pile of bills.
Got rented jewelry, rented hair, rented cars, rented houses. And there's nothing wrong with renting, brother, because I'm a renter myself. I'm not ready to give somebody something that I don't want. I want my land the way I want it, and I want to build on it the way I want it. All right? But having said that, there's no need to try to fake people out, man. Why would y'all come on here and try to act like somebody you're not? Just to impress a celebrity?
Right.
Just to try to get some clicks? Man, that shit is dead. I mean, I used to sit back on YouTube, right? I used to come through every now and then. I'm in my studio right now. And I'll be just looking at them. And they'd be so desperate for hits. They just put thumbnails up of anything, like a half-naked chick or some gay shit, just to get you to click. I'm like, bro, don't take all that. If you're a man or woman and you got something to say, then say your piece. Mm-hmm. You don't have to come on here with some gimmicks. This ain't no gimmick. This is just me in my studio with my iPhone turned sideways. You understand? And I'm just talking to y'all. I have a studio camera and all that, but there's no need to do this. Just YouTube, right? But I do a lot of studio work on my Roku Fire Stick. If you're not a family or member of that, you should be. Because there I explain, I go into details on your straw man, who you truly are. They're telling y'all broke. Y'all ain't fucking broke. You're not broke. I mean, they be telling y'all that, like, y'all house has been paid for the moment you sign. If you've been in your house for 3 years, it's paid for. But but you really believe that you behind in your mortgage, you going foreclosure. It's sad. The worst job you can have in the world is repo. Some of y'all brothers be repoing cars and laughing, thinking that shit cool. Man, don't you know them cars are paid for? But the people who sign their beneficiary signature don't know those cars are paid for.
And it's interesting that he's talking about repo, because earlier today I was talking about repo. Remember I was talking about that earlier? I was talking about the repo man, and I even mentioned, there's this popular YouTuber that does repo videos, taking people cars. I'm pretty sure he's talking about the same particular individual, because there's only one that do that, and he have over 1 million plus subscribers.
Those cars are paid for, man. And corporate America knows. That's why it's called a third party. What I mean by that, when they hire a repo person, they use a third party. You probably say, well, why is that, Yash? Because if someone hurt you, kill you, or injure you, they're not going to take the blame for it. They use a third party, and it never goes back to the company who originated the call. Did you know that?
No different than a credit card. In other words, when you have credit card debt and the bill collector is taking you to court, right, to garnish you for money and blah, blah, blah. What they really did is they sold the debt to another person for $1. And now that person is the one that's taking you to court. You thinking it's the other creditor, but the other creditor is like, look, I don't care about it. I'm selling it to you for $1. And they coming to you seeking $10,000. And I talked about this situation that I had back in the day where I was able to cancel a debt for nothing because I was listening to what this white guy was saying on YouTube, and he pretty much showed me how to do it. And some of you probably know. And it was pretty simple, straightforward. And long story short, basically they were trying to press me for, payment. And I just simply followed the instructions that the white guy presented on YouTube. He said, listen, tell the judge, and could you tell these people to provide the original contract that I signed with them, that I owe this money? And to be honest with you, they don't have the original contract because it's not them. And when the judge gave them a time frame to provide that documentation, they couldn't do it. Case dismissed. I'm debt free. couldn't believe it because I was stressing out. I was in my early 20s back then, in debt up to my head. And I was just under a dark cloud of debt. And there was no way I could get out of it, man. There was no way between getting paid and paying bills, and then you got the debt on your back and it's collecting interest. And it was just too much problems, man. And I followed exactly what the white guy said on YouTube. You know, he said, when you come to court, don't come to court all dressy with jewelry and all of that other stuff. Just kind of be regular and just say these words. Don't do this. Don't ask for that. Focus on the real thing here. That company that's seeking the money, they don't own you. And they're just trying to get you to sign for the debt. They want you to just pay it. You understand? So when you look at that, listen to what he's saying.
They keep their hands clean because at any given time doing a repo, you can lose your life. It's just not worth it. And some of y'all got families and you trying to feed your family off your repo. You think that shit funny. There's a few people on here I've been watching that do repo for a living. I ain't gonna call y'all out.
I know who he's talking about. And it got to be one of those guys. It got to be that guy that I'm referring to. I just finished binge watching some of his videos, man. And he's amused by repoing people cars. He be laughing like crazy while doing it.
But you brothers need to wake it up, man. That shit is not cool how y'all repo because them cars are fucking paid for. It's just that the people who are getting repo don't know how to go about it to claim it. You get what I'm saying? That's the sad part. And then when you try to teach a person what I know, they think you're bugging. You know, you guys need to understand that you're a private bank. All these loan officers and banks making y'all think that y'all the debtors and they're the creditors. And you going for that. You really believe that shit. You really believe Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo have your best interests and they're going to give you a loan to protect you and to give you something personal so you get over the hump. The fuck, I'm trying to keep the profanity down, but that's just my nature. I'm a rude boy, right? The messed up part is, excuse me, the messed up part is they know they're the debtors. And they know you the creditors. And they know without you, there's no future. But you don't know that. You've been told to get a good credit score. The credit scores are owned by the banking system.
And it is a scam. It is. Because my credit score is at the top of the list. It can't go no higher. But there are times it go down 39 points if I do a purchase. It just goes back down. Like it's just like it's a game. It make you feel good about yourself, but it's a game. They're playing a game on everybody.
It's a damn fraud. You need a certain FICO score, credit score to get a loan. Come on, guys. All you need is that beneficiary signature. And you don't understand why they want you in their bank so desperately. And this is not a race issue. This is an American issue. Every American, depending on when you was born. See, a lot of y'all that wasn't born in a hospital, this don't apply to you. If you was born in your backyard, or if you was born in the bathtub, this don't apply to you. But if you was born in any hospital, you know, within the past 10, 20 years, somewhere in that ballpark, and you have to be of the age 25 to claim it, you have a trust. You have a birth bond right. And it's sad that I know some people looking at this now like with their headlights like, what the hell is he talking about? Some of these people on here explaining this to y'all are plants. I don't want to call their names, but I'm going to let them live. I'm going to let them cook. They'll keep eating because a lot of these people, what I'm telling y'all right now, a lot of these people on here are plants. They're not to try to help you, they mislead you. Let me say this real quickly. If you're a person that's just getting into this and hearing this for the first time, and you said, I'm taking some classes because the brother told me the beneficiary signature and trustee, let me tell you something. They try to make it believe that you need a trustee to collect funds that of your birthright. That's the coldest shit in time. You do not need a trustee to collect your personal banking of your trust.
The problem with us as black people is that we're not educated on these matters. There's a lot of things that we just don't know. It's a game of Monopoly. Our ignorance begins to destroy us because if we don't know no better, they can make us sign on the dotted line. And that is how they gain power over us, is through our ignorance. That's why they always have contracts. Once you sign on the dotted line and you say that you agree, you're bound by the terms of that agreement. Even if it was deceptive, you're done. You signed.
You become your own fiduciary. And you can apply for that with a 1041. See? This shit that they do, these plants, man, these people on here charging out $5,000, $10,000 to come out, they're going to help. And all they're telling you is to pay a bill. The payment coupon is real, but you're spending too much time on that. That is not as serious as you think. Why would I spend all this time trying to get a payment coupon to be paid every month when I can pay that shit myself every quarter or every year? How you going to do that, Yash? With a draw. You just minus out what you owe in the 1041V coupon with your 1096 and your 1099 OID. I know it's kind of confusing to some of y'all, like, what the hell is he talking about? I'm just going through this quickly because a lot of this stuff I'm explaining on my Roku Fire Stick, man. And I'm not about to try to explain this shit right here. I'm just trying to tell y'all, they've been telling you you broke. They've been foreclosing on your house. They've been doing all of this shit, and you got these people telling y'all that you can't get nowhere near your birth bond straw man issue until you get a trustee. And then why y'all spending all this time trying to pay off a payment coupon, and they ain't telling you shit about EINs, secure party creditor, how to be a private bank. You've been dealing with some of these people for 2 or 3 years, and you still ain't no closer to your trust than you were yesterday. This is one of the reasons why I'm coming to you, boom, on YouTube, because our people are being bamboozled and there's so many plants on YouTube. And they're just telling y'all a bunch of bullshit, man.
Many.
A bunch of bullshit. That's why one reason I left the first time. When I came to YouTube and was spitting about the industry, I was telling y'all nothing but truth.
Nothing but truth. That's all he was doing. And like he said, there are many plants on YouTube. Just like when I keep telling you about how these content creators is fake. All they do is talk ish all day. They fake. I know they are. And they know that I know they're fake. That's why they don't rock with me. That's why they never mention my name. They're the industry plants that he's speaking of.
But y'all thought I was hating. Y'all, this nigga just this. That whole Cassidy incident, man, I knew about that shit 10, 12 years ago. I've been telling y'all.
He did. He been talking about these things, guys. That's why I said it's not new. He was talking about it when it wasn't even popular. He was talking about it and people just thought he was hating. Oh, you just hating on Diddy because you broke. I remember the comment sections. I used to be like, you're jealous of Diddy. You're jealous. You know? That's when they was calling him Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy Combs. You know what I mean? That's all people used to say, oh, you're jealous. And he was just getting a lot of backlash and hate for speaking the truth. But he been was talking about Diddy and the wild parties and all that stuff. Way back. He been talking about them parties. Like how everybody's talking about it now, he been was talking about that way back, guys. Way back. We're talking about way back when Snoop Dogg was with Suge Knight. You know what I mean? When Tupac was still alive. You know? Pretty much when Pac died, you had Snoop Dogg that was in interviews, and it was very clear Snoop Dogg knew that Pac was sacrificed. And he used to play the videotapes of how Snoop's body language was. I remember all those tapes. Listen, a lot of his videos I downloaded back then, but I got them things on hard drives. I don't even know where they are, man, but they're on a hard drive somewhere. Some of the classic videos, you know, where Snoop was nervous during the interview. They were asking questions and he was like nervous, and Pac was running his mouth talking, but you could look at Snoop and know that Pac is going to be dying soon. He exposed all of those videos years and years ago.
A lot of the stuff, I don't have to be behind the green door watching it. It was spiritual. Cassie has a spirit that cries out. When you connected to the universe, and this is going to throw y'all too, when you connect to the universe and you understand the pineal system, like the pineal gland, third eye, when you understand it and you can walk in it, your trees, your plants in your house is connected to you. This is why your veins are green. You're really a plant yourself. I don't mean a plant by the FBI. I mean like a nurturing plant of the earth.
Yeah, that's true. Because it even shows with the plants that are around you, your trees, your lawn, when everything is flourishing, it's because of you. It's not because you put water on it, some fertilizer. The reason why them plants are living and flourishing, because that's really the life force that is coming out of you, that is sustaining all of those plants and life all around you, to the point where your neighbors are looking at you like, damn, how their lawn looking like that? Their flowers is looking like that. Why it's green? Why it's green when it shouldn't be green? Because, in the wintertime, normally your plants and lawn and everything, it goes dormant and whatnot and come back out during spring, summer. But when it's green all year long, that speaks volumes. That life force is coming from you.
Damn, man. Sometimes it's like, why the fuck even do this, right?
I got his whole collection from back in the day. The videos were on point. I have all the videos. They're on a hard drive somewhere. But I'm not putting those videos on YouTube. That's his work. You know what I mean? I downloaded that for personal use because they were shutting down his channels, man. They were shutting down all his channels over and over and over. So it's like, I got tired of the channels being shut down. It's either they were just reporting his videos. I don't even know why. I mean, like, I don't understand. It's like all he did was speak the truth, and they didn't want him on YouTube. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how it was, man.
Oh, it's just, there's so many people crying out. It's just so many folks crying out. Some things I would talk about, and I would have to look at myself like, I don't think I should say that. The whole TD thing, been knowing about it.
Yeah, that's been knowing about all that TD Jakes stuff. Like I said, guys, if anybody know the work that I did back in the day exposing these false prophets, the damn TBN network, man, Eddie Long messing with the boys in the church, all of this mess. It was only a few people back then that was exposing them.
Eddie Long, I've been talked about that shit. And all of a sudden, everybody now is a guru. Everybody now making videos about the industry. I'm like,
just like I look at YouTube now, you got all these Christians making videos trying to expose pastors. I'm like, man, y'all better stop. Y'all were not doing that. And a lot of these YouTube Christians got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, millions of subscribers. And I'm looking at them like, man, y'all not doing that because it's coming from the heart. It's a hustle. You're not really exposing. You just figured out how to use my strategy and how I was exposing these false prophets. And now you're profiting off of this when it's not really your calling. And this is what I mean by these frauds that are on YouTube, these plants and agents, these demons that are trying to take your position, the things that you're supposed to be doing, they're doing. They're feeding off your energy, your light. And this is why a lot of times you don't see people giving me no shout outs and they don't even acknowledge me. They know I'm here. They see my work. They know I'm great, but they don't ever acknowledge me because those guys are not really real. A real dude that's about his business have no problem shouting me out because he already know he great in his own way. And he ain't never losing his audience by shouting out another man. Greatness knows greatness. Haters are afraid to acknowledge another man because they're afraid to lose something.
All right, let them live. That's why I left. Because every time I would say something like this, I wouldn't be surprised they do something to this one. They just don't like it. You put in Yash Kar, it always come up grim or some crazy shit, right? But that's cool. So this is why I have to have my own network. I cannot rely on other people, man. Because I'm going to keep that shit 100. And I'm not going to be censored. I'm not going to be censored at all. We talk about some real stuff on my Roku Fire Stick. And if that's not good enough, you still got my speaker. I have the links. I should have the links in this description. And join the family of my radio show. It's the realest shit ever, man. We tell you a lot of things that you'll never hear on YouTube. My Roku Fire Stick has visuals. And I'm talking to you on Roku Fire Stick like this. But I'm going to keep it at 100. You know what I mean? I ain't never went nowhere.
To the person in the live chat talking about tarot cards, we don't support none of that over here. If you're talking about you exposing something with tarot cards, you're in the wrong place. I suggest you don't even bring that up over here. You're dealing with people that deal with the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And he ain't used tarot cards to do anything. You're playing with the devil. That's not of God. That's evil. You're dealing with familiar spirits and divinations. The dark side, dark energy. Again, you're in the wrong place. Being over here is going to only get you judged. And it's going to bring the Most High in your presence. And he's going to deal with you for your wickedness. Right? So you better repent. Or the Most High going to jack your ass up. And I don't need a tarot card to tell me that. I'm telling you straight. Because witches and warlocks, according to the scriptures, are to be put to death. You don't play with the devil. You don't do that. And there's a lot of women that do that, guys. There are a lot of people on YouTube that do that. And they really think they're working for God. They're working with the devil. And they be always in my live chat, sending me messages on Instagram. And I'm like, I don't know why you following me around. I mean, do you know who I am? Let's get back to the tapes.
I'm thinking, what Yash at? What that dude that's with the dark child? I don't know where the dark child is. The black child, really. The black child was a good dude, man. He put a lot of my voices on his work. We kicked it. We pretty much blew YouTube a lot. We're the only ones that knocked down the barriers of YouTube. There was nothing like black child production. Even to this day, there's nothing like black child production. Nothing. They still taking snippets of my voice and putting them on current stuff. That lets you know we left an impact on YouTube.
Like I said, there's a lot of people that is using this content even to this day to get millions of views, and they eating, they monetize, and they don't even be acknowledging. They'll use the voice, they'll play clips, they'll do all of that type of stuff. You know? It's crazy.
On the damn world. And it's not bragging, it's just facts.
It is a fact. Sometimes you got to talk your talk. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You understand? So y'all need to be understanding why we did that. and why it's necessary. It's necessary right today. Children are being trafficked every day, man. These people ain't your friend. These niggas that's connected and living a life, and they invite you to their house.
Right.
You think they care about you? They need a sacrifice, baby.
There you go. They need a sacrifice. And a lot of people are being blood sacrificed and don't even know. A lot of you ladies are getting into relationships with different men, thinking this man love you. No, he lining you up for a sacrifice. Some of you brothers are getting hooked up with a woman. You thinking it's the love of your life. No, she lining you up, using her box to draw you in. You know what I mean? And then before you know it, you become her blood sacrifice for the industry.
Y'all tripping with this shit. Trying to be cool with all these celebrities. Why? It doesn't make sense.
It don't make no sense. I wouldn't even want to be around them because the first thought coming to my mind is blood sacrifice, rituals. They not trying to hook you up. Oh, yo, I got to meet Snoop Dogg. Fam, I don't want to meet none of them. You just heard Snoop Dogg the other day, right? He was talking all that ish. Come to find out, he a hypocrite. He was telling everybody, oh, you're going to be buck dancing and doing this and that for Trump and how he going to roast you. Come to find out, he got exposed. You know what I mean? You see him being exposed for his involvement with buck dancing for Trump and them. It's crazy work, man. Let me see if I can get that tape. Where in the world that tape go? No, I downloaded it. Oh, here it go. Here it go. You don't want to be like this guy, man.
So ain't nobody.
Let me put the volume up. You don't want to be this guy.
They gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo is gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the out one of you Uncle Tom for doing it. Which one of you gonna do it first? Osby's the one that performs for himself.
And now you see him doing it. You see that? 2017, he's talking about who's going to be performing for Trump. And then he ended up doing it himself. See, all of these things Yash Kar talked about years ago. So it's not a surprise that Snoop got exposed. It's not a surprise because he been talked about these things. It's not new. It might be new to you, but those of us that were there back in the day, we heard the tapes. We heard the breakdowns. You know? And now Snoop looking like a hypocrite because he is. He sold out a long time ago. All of these guys in the industry, man, they're bought and paid for. All of them. Some of y'all be fans of them still. And it is what it is. You might like their music and whatnot. But to be honest, all of those folks, they're bought and paid for. Those are industry agents, plants. And their job is just to infiltrate the people, influence the youth, cause you to make bad decisions, and hopefully join the industry and be sacrificed.
So they're trying to be cool with you because they're not relevant no more.
Right. You know, like Willie D Live. He's not relevant no more. So he become a podcaster, come on YouTube, really not relevant, but he steals talking points and steal content in order to be successful and earn money. But all of those guys are bought and paid for. I don't trust none of those guys. Never would, never will. No matter what you say, all of those guys that came from the industry and jumped up on YouTube, all of those guys are plants.
I would call names.
And think about this, guys. When rapper Takeoff was murdered, did you see Willie D Live giving mob ties Any pushback? Nope. Why? Because Willie D Live is cool with mob ties. You see what I mean? Cool with them cats. That's why they ain't give him no pushback. But Ringo TV was on the front line investigating the case with rapper Takeoff. But y'all still want to rock with these cats? It is what it is, man. Real recognize real.
But it's not necessary. I'm not going to even give them my energy. To even mention a celebrity at this point takes so much energy. And I'm not willing to give them my energy because they're losing energy. They're losing everything. Half these celebrities you see are reptilians. And the ones that are not reptilians, they're clones.
Yeah, a lot of the actors are clones and reptilians. I told you these people are not human, man. I got people that live around me that are not human. Y'all think that I'm crazy when I say that. I got people that live right around me. I never see these people shop for food. It's like they don't eat. It's weird. I know I'm not bugging. I don't see nobody shopping. You know, when you see people, when you have neighbors, man, you're supposed to see grocery bags, things, you know, human things. You know, I don't see anything. I'm like, what the hell? Do these people shop? I never see these people buy food. No grocery bags, no nothing. I'm like, damn, do y'all ever order pizza, anything? What are they eating? It's crazy, man. They probably eating snakes and lizards, had them things expressed to them via Amazon Prime. I don't know, man. Probably eating ant cereal. I don't know.
Right? There was a guy that did a special on Netflix trying to explain to y'all that he wasn't. I was just smiling my ass off. You go through that extent to prove to people you are what you say you're not.
Right. Why would you get up trying to prove that you're not, you know, some sort of creature or something? It's because you know you are.
I'll let y'all figure that one out. So anyway, I think I said my piece. I'm going to leave some in the description. I'm not back on YouTube. I don't mind doing stuff like this here and there. My whole direction is to get y'all to come to Roku Fire Stick, where I'm not censored, where no one can do anything to me. There's no community guidelines. And you'll see what we've been up to. And worst case scenario, to add fuel to the fire, speaker show. My speaker show is off the chain, over 15,000 shows. That's free. Now, that's a supporters club that is not exclusively to free. But if you add the supporters club shows with my speaker, I'm close to 20,000 shows, man. So I've been working, I've been grinding, I never stopped. Okay, so the question is where y'all been? I hope this video receive you, and I hope it enlighten you. I'm Yash Kar. Y'all be good. My love.
Okay, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So he said he's not really on YouTube. He just kind of came through, whatever the case is. He's doing his thing elsewhere. I pretty much found his YouTube channel through one of my old YouTube channels. I was kind of doing some work behind the scenes, checking some AdSense accounts or something along them lines. And I was like, hold up, wait a minute, is this brother? And I kind of just looked at 2 or 3 of those older videos that he posts. So you know what, man? Let me talk about this brother here, you know? That way the YouTube community can, I guess, learn who started these particular topics in terms of the blood sacrifices, the rituals, the industry, Hollyweird, All those videos that talk about that stuff, it came from him. If you were there around when YouTube started in 2005. I came on in 2006. He came in around 2007. And from then, he just been consistent with that kind of content. That pretty much was the bulk of his work, was the industry. Even down to the point where his work even affected rapper DMX. That's right. Remember when DMX was talking about the industry and how they want you to sell your soul and this and that? A lot of these rappers, man, believe it or not, they watch YouTube all day. They be hearing these videos, man. They hear these videos, they're reevaluating their life, they're looking at their life choices, and they're like, man, I'm too far deep. You know? If DMX wasn't, on drugs or had any sort of issues with drugs, he would have been way better. It's just that he trusted somebody when he was younger, and they laced his, I'm not sure if it was weed or whatever it is he was smoking. They laced the cigarette, something with some drugs. And once they did that, they messed him up. And it was somebody that he looked up to and respected, and they did him dirty. So that tells you how the industry is, man. You can have love for somebody and respect, and the very same person you put up like high esteem be the very same person that stabbed you in the back, man. Very same person. So I hope y'all learned something from this. Salute to brother Yash Kar for his contributions and work on social media. A lot of work. The work continues, and it is what it is. So this is a public record. For those of you that don't know the history, whenever you hear any of these talking points, the blood sacrifices, the rituals, things regarding the numbers, connecting the dots of Hollywood, what actors got to do in order to get paid, rappers got to sell their souls, got to find somebody to blood sacrifice. All of this stuff came from Yash Kar. Period. Anybody else, they're just following his work, and they won't give him his credit. So peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of work to do. A lot of content, a lot of creativity. Just stay positive, stay true. Keep the Most High first. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. Y'all take care. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Ringo TV Reactions. The #1 reactionary channel on YouTube. Hands down. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.